Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel.
I feel strange.
No, I don't actually think YouTube is literally Nazis, because Nazis are actually horrible, terrible people who murdered millions of Jews unjustly. That's disgusting. So let's stop calling everybody a Nazi. But I say it because one of the things that Nazis try to do is to erase the Jewish history, erase everything about them. So they destroy Jewish literature, they destroy Jewish art, they burned books.
Books represent humanity at its best and its worst.
To burn books is simply a fundamental repression of ideas.
I mean, what can a book do, and why is it so dangerous that it needs to be physically annihilated?
And so one of the things I feel like YouTube is doing right now is sort of a digital version of burning the books. They are trying to erase, they're trying to stop people from having access to different forms of knowledge. Just trying to prevent you guys from reaching the YouTubers that you love, or even discovering new YouTubers that you might fall in love with.
YouTube in particular, they often go after right-wing YouTube uploaders, and it may not be that they're purposely just saying, oh yeah, we don't like this person, therefore let's cancel their account or demonetize their stuff, but the way that their bias goes into the actual algorithms that label which videos are harmful, that actually has a huge effect. And you know, we've seen it a lot, at least anecdotally, with a lot of the conservative YouTube uploaders.
So you probably, if you've been on YouTube for a while, you've probably heard of the adpocalypse and all the YouTube heroes and YouTubers just going off and being like, this is bullshit. It's kind of like false advertisement. YouTube advertise themselves as somewhere where you can go and just make videos and be free and not have these barriers. And now it's like they're pulling the rug off under like a lot of YouTubers, saying like, actually you can only make YouTube videos if you say what we want you to say or what we deem suitable for the audience. YouTube isn't a children's channel, okay? They do have restriction mode, so if you do have children, you can make it a children's channel. YouTube was not launched as an extension of the Disney Channel. It was not that. It was supposed to be somewhere where you can be crazy, you can be yourself, and now you feel like you can't be yourself. You have to be a neutered version of yourself just so YouTube won't demonetize your videos. So when YouTube first came out with the demonetization thing, it said it was because of advertisement, that there were a lot of videos that it wasn't suitable for advertisers, and some videos were crazy, like ISIS videos or pedophilia videos and stuff like that. So yeah, we get that. I also get that YouTube is a business. It's about the money, and so if advertisers are pulling out, then they're not going to be making money, so they have to cater to the advertisers. I get that. I've been in sales. I used to have my own business when I designed, created, and sold my own accessory lines, and I might have loved one color, but if the general public doesn't love that color, then that's not the color that's going to sell, so I have to pick a different color so they will buy from me. So I understand that it's business and you have to be commercial as possible and stuff like that, so I got that. But I feel like that is not exactly what YouTube is doing anymore. Because now they have a different, they came out with a different rule or regulations or policies, basically saying they're going to start to like blacklist basically channels. They're not going to shut them down. They're not going to take the channel away, and they may not even demonetize their videos because technically they're not doing anything wrong. They're not breaking any of the actual policies that we signed and so we agreed to when we decided to become partners with YouTube. So they're just going to put them in a black box. They're just going to put them in a black sinking hole so nobody can find them, so they just completely should have just disappear. So it's kind of, again, a digital version of burning of the books. I'm going to just hide this knowledge from the general public so they don't see it. This whole adpocalypse kind of started when I think it was Huffington Post or Huntington Post or whatever, some mainstream news outlet came out and basically bashed YouTubers and say it's all fake radical news and no one should listen to them, and you know, I can't believe advertisers are advertising on these people. And that's kind of when advertisers started to sort of look at YouTube and say, hey, are my ads playing on inappropriate videos? And if so, I'm pulling out and I'll come back when you get that settled. And YouTube was losing a lot of money as well, being sued for copyright and all these other things. So they had to do something, so I get it. But a part of me feels like that Huffington Post or whatever that news station was, they attacked YouTubers because they were scared, because the mainstream news is losing revenue. They're losing the trust of the public, and people are going more to independent news station, or just people who have another point of view. What's the story that's going on? Everybody has a smartphone and a camera these days, so they're on ground, they can film it themselves, and it's more unbiased. And I think they got scared of that. They wanted to bring that audience back to listen to them, but no one's gonna go back to mainstream media because it's race baity and biased as fuck. No one's going back. So they felt threatened, so this is why they attacked YouTube, to try to silence us. Anyway, but when it came out with it and they said it was because of advertisers, a lot of YouTubers were like, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. It is a business, I get that. If that's what it's for, then I'll clean up my act. I won't swear as much. I'll change my titles. I'll change my tags. I'll change my thumbnail to make it a little bit more suitable for a more general audience. Okay, we got you. But that's not what YouTube is doing anymore. Now they're literally just sort of black boxing YouTubers. A lot of people have been bringing up that book 1984, which I mentioned in another video, whether I put it up or not yet, but it was also made into a movie where it was basically living under the world of like a big brother, and they pretty much told you what you can think, what you can watch, how you can feel, what your ideology was, who you can love, you know, all these things. You weren't even allowed to write. You weren't even allowed to like write down your own thoughts and what you felt, because they told you what you needed to feel. So I feel like a lot of people are bringing that up because of the thing with Google that's come out now with the manifesto and the memo that was leaked, that people are saying like these people are biased, that they're leaning way to the radical or very, very progressive left, and that anybody with a different ideology is sort of just shunned or quieted up, that you're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to have nuances. You're not allowed to like they want diversity in the workforce, but not diversity of thought. They want you to be like very, very single-minded and very like, this is what you can believe in, and if you believe in anything else, let you know you will be shunned and you'll be put out and no one's gonna listen to you. You'll be fired, your videos will be completely demonetized, your videos will be shoved under the bed, no one's gonna see it. So if you don't just play by the rules, then that's what's gonna happen. And it kind of feels like that is what's happening, because I'm talking really fast. Because Google, Facebook, and YouTube, like Mark Zuckerberg came out at some point and said that Facebook is sort of like a utility, sort of like Google. Like Google's pretty much monopolized on, like no one's using Yahoo or Bing, and Google is just not a search engine anymore. They own YouTube, they own other things, and so Google has monopolized the whole area, and so it's become sort of like a utility. So is Facebook, and so is YouTube. There's other platforms like VidMe and Mine, but it's not YouTube. And so even though they are a company, as a lot of people are saying, well, they're a private company, they can do what they want, but so is your electricity company, so is your water company. They can't just shut off your water and shut off your light just because they don't like what you're saying. They can't be like, we're going to just squeeze your pipes until you only get like 1 drop a day because we don't like your ideology. It's kind of too extreme to me. I mean, you're like anti like SJW and stuff. So like, no, just because it's a private company doesn't mean you can treat the like it's a public utility. Like you can't just do whatever you want. And again, I think it's false advertisement. We came on this platform thinking one thing, and then it's actually not that at all. Conspiracy theory side of me wants to kind of like be like, oh, this is the start of 1984, this is it, we're not going to be able to say what we want to say. Everybody's been talking about free speech lately. That law passed or is going to pass in Canada. Stuff is going on in Europe where you can't like just say what you want. People getting arrested for jokes. Like, this is it. People are not going to be able to have free speech anymore. People are not going to be able to have their own thoughts, their own thinking, their own ideology. This is thought police, word police. Like, people aren't going to be able to express themselves. Like, this is it. That's the conspiracy side of me wants to think that, and it actually is kind of scary, and it kind of freaks me out. It's kind of sad that this is where we're heading to, and it's sad that YouTube is buckling under this, and this is what it's becoming, because YouTube used to be the place where you're just free to be and do and say whatever you wanted, to a certain degree, of course, but you were able to be who you wanted to be, and that's why people follow YouTubers, because it wasn't fake, it wasn't glamorized, there were no filters. For the most part, there are fake YouTubers, yeah, but for the most part, it was like, this is my raw feelings, this is how I feel, and people wanted to see that, and now that's been taken away from the viewers. And I feel like YouTube also is very underestimating their viewers too, to like kind of like who is YouTube to say that they are the ones who are allowed to tell you what you should be watching. They're the ones who are allowed to tell you who you should be enjoying and what should be your entertainment and how you should spend your time. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. Again, there are already parental controls. They already have that in place. So who are they? Like, do they not think that their public or the viewers who come to YouTube are not intelligent enough to know what they should be listening to or who they should be watching? Who are they to say that? And also, who is YouTube to also be the big brother of the advertisers? The advertisers should have their choice of what platform they want to be advertised on. YouTube should not be telling the advertisers what is appropriate for them. The advertisers should be telling YouTube, this is what is appropriate for me. Because I think a lot of advertisers, if they really sat back and saw some of these channels who are being demonetized and being blacklisted or blackboxed or shadow boxed or whatever they're calling it, if they saw some of these YouTubers, the amount of views they're getting, they would be like, why am I not being advertised on that channel? Christmas is around the corner. What the hell? Some of these YouTubers who are allowed to stay on this channel, like Decoded and shit like that, who gets terrible views, terrible ratings, if they get to stay on, the advertisers are going to be like, what the hell? Like, why am I here? Why am I not there? The advertisers should be allowed to say what platform they're on, not YouTube. And it's not even only that. Again, they are playing Big Brother to the viewers, telling you what you can watch, because even if you subscribe to channels and even if you hit that notification bell, they're still not showing you what you want to see. You made a decision. I want to partake in a discussion with this YouTuber. I want to see what this YouTuber has to say. This YouTuber is my source of information or my source of entertainment, or I'm just curious. I want to learn. I want to broaden my horizons. I want to expand my mind, or I just want to see stupid butt fart jokes. Whatever your cup of tea is. Even if you decide this is what I want to see, YouTube is going, no, I know you wanted to see that, but I'm going to tell you that that's not really appropriate for you. Like, they're acting like your parent. Who are they to do that? And so I think as YouTubers and as viewers, we need to be like, no, YouTube, you got this all wrong. It sucks. Like, on this channel just started, so I'm already like going, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to monetize any of my videos on this channel, because I'm not gonna neuter myself for YouTube. I'm not gonna like water it down. I'm gonna just upload what I want to upload, and we'll see what happens. But even on my main channel, my travel channel, it's a freaking travel channel, and I got 9 or 10 of those videos demonetized. So the demonetization is hitting a lot of people. It's even hitting the people who thought they were safe from this, which is the progressive, radical, liberal, feminist side. They're also getting hit by this, but I feel like the people who are getting hit by this the most, the people who are getting shadow boxed, are the people who are classical liberals, the people who are libertarians, the people who are just centrists, and the people who are radical rights. Those are the people who are being boxed. Those are the people who are being shadow boxed. Those are the people who I'm not agreeing with I'm not gonna follow along with the kumbaya Disney rhetoric of everyone needs to have identity politics. I'm oppressed, you're oppressed, white men are racist, you know, we all hate Trump. I'm not gonna follow that rhetoric. I'm gonna say what I feel. Those people are the people who are being shadow boxed. So it very much looks like YouTube, Google, and Facebook are leaning way to the left. They like sliding to the left. Is that the left? I don't know. It's different on camera. But they're very much leaning to one side, which is kind of discrimination against people's political views and stuff like that. I feel like I'm a classical liberal, libertarian, or centrist. But yeah, so it's very, very apparent. And it's almost like, do you think that no one was going to notice this? It's kind of weird. So that's what it looks like they're doing. There is a class action lawsuit right now against Google, I believe. And there's a protest. I think by the time I upload this video, it would have already passed. Hopefully, like, again, the conspiracy side of me wants to just join with everybody else and say, like, yeah, this is burning the books. This is 1984. We're not going to have freedom of speech anymore next 5 years, you're gonna see it happening. But the other part of me still wants to believe that this is just an algorithm problem, that YouTube said it was a learning algorithm, and hopefully the algorithm will learn faster and stop being such a shithead and stop shadowboxing people. I know a lot of people who watch YouTube, it's like, whatever, I don't give a shit, like, they need to get a real job, like, fuck it, I have to work, you have to work, everybody has to work. I get that, but a lot of the people, the YouTubers that I watch anyway, I don't depend on YouTube to pay my bills. I have a job, a full-time online job, but a lot of YouTubers that I watch, that was their income, that was their livelihood. Like, YouTube could have had a little bit of heart. I know it's a business, but when we sign that thing, it says partner. Become a partner. When you're in a partnership, you don't just do shit without warning them. You tell them. So YouTube could at least given these people 2 weeks notice and said, hey, we looked at your videos. A lot of them are not going to pass the algorithm test. You have 2 weeks, you have 3 days or whatever to go into your videos, change your tags, change your titles, change your description, so your videos won't get demonetized and so your channel won't get shadowboxed. Like, they could have given some type of warning. Instead, they pretty much just ripped the carpet off underneath a lot of YouTubers that relied very much on YouTube to pay their bills. Some of these people have kids, children. Like, this is ridiculous, and I get it's a business. I get it's a business, and business don't have feelings, but it does kind of suck, because a lot of people who've been on YouTube for a while love YouTube. They love YouTube, and they're so grateful for the platform and the opportunity that they had to grow and grow an audience. But it's like, I love YouTube, but YouTube have no love for me, and it kind of hurts your feelings a little bit. So yeah, I think they could have at least given some type of warning, some type of email, something to let people know, like, hey, this is about to happen, be prepared. And I think that's why a lot of people are really upset and pissed off right now, because people literally just like woke up one day and they're not making money anymore. They couldn't find a job. They didn't have any time, and I think it's just unfair. But I honestly think that a lot of people, whether you think this is silly or not, like, a part of me very much hopes that 6 months from now we're gonna look at this and be like, oh my god, I remember we're all scared, woof, that was a close call, or whatever. But another part of me feels like if we are gonna turn this around, we do need to make noise, and I think the audience needs to make noise, and I think the YouTubers need to make noise of, like, don't tell me what I need to see. Don't tell me what's appropriate. I know what's appropriate. I know what's appropriate for myself. Demonetizing is one thing, and for part of me, feel like I can't even argue with that, because if it is an advertisement thing, that's fine. It's still sad, and I still think they should have given some warning so people, like, if you have 2,000 videos up and then 90% of your videos get demonetized, that's a very, very tasking task to go through every single video, download it, change it, put the tags in. Like, if they would have given people more time, they could have done that before. But anyway, the shadowboxing thing to me is what is the most cruelest, because even if people are like, okay, even if I don't monetize on YouTube, I can grow my channel, I can get Patreon, I can get PayPal, or I can, you know, funnel those audience to another platform off of YouTube. But now when they're shadowboxing people, especially if they're going to shadowbox people who are still small, like myself, then you don't even have an opportunity to grow your audience. So it's kind of cruel. It really is. But I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay right here, and I will be mirroring my channels on Minds and VidMe at some point, and I'll put the links in the description box below if you guys want to follow me over there. But I think it sucks. It really, really sucks, YouTube. It really, really, really sucks. Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you guys all suck. Like, but I love you, and I really hope that everybody comes around. I do think, like I said, the part of me wants to be like, oh, doomsday, and the other part of me wants to be like, it always swings back the other way. It always does. That's just how life circles. And we've had these scares before, and it settled out. It should have leveled out after a while. So I'm hoping that eventually it will swing back the other way and everything will be fine. Maybe it won't be as fine as it used to be, but I'm hoping that it will. And a part of me really believes that it will, but the other part of me believes if we don't make enough noise, and if we don't make it very clear that they can't get away with this, then it might take a very slow time to swing back the other way. I don't want to look in a couple of years, a few years time, look back on YouTube and be like, wow, that used to be a really good platform. And I feel like YouTube just want us to be a bunch of idiots just watching like a million layers of hummus on my face, or 500 layers of lip gloss, or like, I think they want us to just be like, watch dribble YouTube videos.
You're dabbing on the haters.
And just be like mindless idiots. Like, they're taking the best parts away out of YouTube. So it's really sad to see if this is what's gonna happen. YouTube is gonna be shit. Like, it really is. But I'm hoping that people are smarter, because it's also good for them. I feel like if they don't turn it back around after Christmas, by the time Christmas gets around, I think they'll see that they lost a lot of revenue. And I think a lot of advertisers are gonna be like, why did we lose revenue? If they see the amount of views that they're taking away advertising off of, I think it will hit them then. I do think it's gonna turn around, because I think it hurts them as well. But I could be wrong. We could be all fucked and screwed, which could be good, but in this case, it's shitty. So yeah. Anyway, that's the end of my video. If you want to help moi out, please, you can donate to my PayPal. I don't have a Patreon for this account, I don't think, yet. Depends when I upload this video. And also, support your other favorite YouTubers. Support them. Like, it's same as having a Netflix subscription or Hulu subscription or an Amazon Prime subscription or a magazine subscription. It's just another little thing. You could $1 a month, $5 a month. Help. If it's not me, let it be someone else. Your favorite YouTuber. You see them struggling, help them stay on this platform, because I don't want YouTube to turn into shit. I really want everyone to stay on this platform, and I want everyone to not neuter themselves and be just as harsh as they were, or just as truthful and honest as they were, to show YouTubers I still got the views. My viewers aren't going anywhere, and you're losing out on all this income. Like, just help them stay here. Support your favorite YouTubers. You know, Patreon, PayPal, buying their merchandise, or just staying there and not letting YouTube win. So if you want to help me out, it's PayPal. Put the link down below. If not, just you can subscribe, and if you hit the subscribe button, and if you do subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. Hopefully you get the notifications. If not, then just come and check it out. I will be uploading on this channel on a regular basis. Like this video if you want to like it, share if you want to share it, and if you have any ideas of what we can do about this problem, please put it in a comment in the comment section below. And again, just support your favorite YouTubers and make a lot of noise to YouTube, Google, Facebook. Say stop fucking neutering our information. We want what we want. We can decide what we want to see. And it's stupid if the advertisements don't want to advertise on that, because they're losing on income. Anyway, that's it. That's my video. Thank you, and peace.
I want to know right now. No one said it was fun. You want everyone to take a bow.